Well, the show is one night, one place, one time, a Heroes and Friends tribute to Randy Travis. And so many heroes, so many friends walking the backstage area at Bridgestone Arena. And I'm lucky enough to be sitting next to Collin Raye, featured on the show tonight. Welcome in, my friend.
Thanks, Eric. It is. I mean, it sounds tried to say, but it truly is an honor to get to be included in this group, to pay tribute to a wonderful guy, a guy I've always liked, always been so kind and just a sweet human being, but truly one of the all-time great country music artists, an unmistakable voice, ridiculous long catalog of great songs, so it's cool to be here.
Let's rewind. You've been captivating country music fans for 25 years or more.
25 years.
And right on the coattails of Randy when he got his start. Did you ever have any early interactions with Randy as he was up and coming?
My first time I met Randy, of course, in the 80s, I was still playing nightclubs and casinos and bands, and we played Randy Travis music. Everything he put out, we played. So either I'd sing it or somebody else in the band would sing it. We'd argue over who was going to sing which one because he sounded so great. It was always harder for me because I'm a tenor. I sang high, and Randy's got that big, deep baritone.
A deep voice.
So we'd have to change the songs a little if I did them. But the first time I got to meet Randy was at the CMA Awards backstage, and we just kind of happenstance, we're standing in the same area, and I introduced myself, and he was so kind, and and every time I've ever been around him since, he's always been so respectful and humble, and he was a game changer. I mean, when I remember, because again, I've been doing this since I was 14 years old, and this is all I've done is country music, so I watched it. I paid close attention to everything, and country music was kind of going a different way. It was getting kind of cheesy.
Sure.
Right before Randy Travis came out, and then George Strait too. But I mean, he sort of brought it back home.
Those artists being those who've been labeled as saving country music as they were coming in. Yeah.
Yeah, he was like he was kind of like a thread between the greats and then what came after. You know what I mean? He was sort of that connection that between George Jones and Haggard and those guys and what would come after in the 90s and whatnot. And so I mean, but again, my conversations with Randy have always been kind of short and simple and quiet, but he's always just so very, very kind, and for a star that big and someone that had done what he had done, I always found that striking, that he was always so humble, because not everybody's that way.
Well, you have Collin Raye's Rewind Country,
yes,
which you're on the flip side. You're on the host side.
I know, and I get to interview people, and I guess I was a little nervous about becoming an interviewer because I'd always been on the other side. But I guess that being on the other side is good training, because you get to where as I know what they would like me to ask them.
Yeah.
And I can usually get them talking. But it's a cool idea. We just threw it out there and to see if tons of stations are taking it on, and it looks pretty good. Looks like we may have something.
Recently got picked up in Alaska, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Different stations coming on board, and it's good because what I love about it is I'm a country music historian. I love the history. I've always held in great high esteem those who came, the giants that Nashville was built on, and it affected my life and changed my life. And so it's a chance to kind of remind people of some of those cool moments and some of the story behind the song,
right? Things
like that. But it's very quick. They go a minute each. And so it's a pretty easy sell, because it's like, well, it's only a minute of programming you're taking up. But so I feel like it's kind of a no-brainer, and it's going to do well for us. But it's a chance for me just to get to talk about the music that I love so much.
Right. Yeah. And that includes artists who have been around for years, and newer artists as well, giving them a platform. Yeah.
Everybody. It's and I think because we're all the one thing about country music as opposed to most pop music and rock and roll and stuff is it's very much a family, and you see that here tonight. I mean, there's everybody knows everybody, and everybody likes everybody for the most part, and when someone is in need or it's a chance to, you see country music is the artists come out of the woodwork to be a part of something good and to help out our fellow people, and it's to me this show is a chance to kind of continue to connect the dots between the artists that influenced me a lot growing up, and then those that were out just before me, and then my contemporaries, and connect that to the new guys, to the people that are out there on the radio right now. And so I think whenever you do that, you win.
Well, we got a packed house out there in Bridgestone Arena, downtown Nashville. What song are you singing tonight?
I'm singing Point of Light, and I asked for three. I said I'd love to do one of either Hard Rock Bottom of My Heart, and I forget what the other one was, but that in Point of Light. And they said, "Oh yeah, why don't you do?" They thought it was a good fit for me.
Yeah.
But I've always loved that song. It's just it's real uplifting, and there's a lot of truth in it. Very, very well written, and I'll never forget Randy's recording of that in the video that he did to it, which was a live video that he did on stage, and so I thought that was a good fit. So can't wait to do it.
Such a special night, one place, one time, a Heroes and Friends tribute to Randy Travis. Collin Raye, thanks so much for coming over to hang out.
Thanks for having me.
Hey guys, this is Eric Marcum. If you like this video and you want to see more, click the subscribe button below.